Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I'm Brett Chapin. That's Daisy Egan. We're talking with Broadway's David Ritora. If you have any questions for David, make sure you give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225.
David, what do you have coming up? Anything that we should be keeping our eyes out for?
Yeah, sure. I have a new musical that I'm working on called Hot Mess in Manhattan, which is actually sort of a friend of mine named Kate Doyle had a cabaret for many years where she sort of explored like a one girl's struggle in New York City, realizing that Carrie Bradshaw was a lie. And so what had happened was, as she was doing this cabaret, she had asked all of these amazing young composers to write one song based on certain situations that she either found herself in or, you know, was part of this trying to figure out how to live in New York.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I just got so jealous.
Yeah, so you know, so she had, and you know, this was a couple of years ago, so like, this was, you know, I don't know how much you guys know of, like, people like Adam Guan and Ryan Scott Oliver and Kerrigan and Loudermilk. So all of these really amazing up-and-coming composers were, like, hungry to write songs for her. So suddenly she had these 12 songs, and it was always sort of a dream of hers to turn the cabaret show into a full book musical. And so she and her sister wrote a book for it, sort of bridging the stories of all these songs, which always sort of had a through line. It was just like putting words between the songs. And so basically we're doing a developmental workshop under the this program called the Araka Project, which is sort of a festival of new plays. There are only six plays within that, and us. We're a musical, obviously. And we're doing that at the end of August. Our first performance is August 31st, and it's at the ATA Theater, which is on 54th Street. But, you know, all the information for that will be on the website hotmessinmanhattan.com.
Awesome.
So that's my next big project.
Hotmessinmanhattan.com. Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a personal website?
I do. It's not that exciting. It's davidritora.com, but you know, the best website to go to right now is dickpunch.tv, which is the web series website.
And of course,
so you can sort of see it. My website is, I just don't update it, honestly.
I'm the same way with mine.
What?
I'm the same way with mine. It's like latest news, and it's from January.
Exactly. I think mine is from like February 2009. You know, it's just, but I mean, if someone was interested, like my resume is up there and ways to contact me if anybody has any questions or things like that.
And we can follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at David Ritora, Ruttura.
And you can also follow Spider-Man on Broadway at SPIDEY on BWAY.
Yep.
And is there a Dick Punch
I'm on
Twitter?
Facebook too.
Oh my God, we're just dominating the media.
Seriously, we're everywhere.
And I wanted to ask you too, real quick, about something that you've worked on in the past. NewMusicalTheater.com. They do sheet music for new composers.
Yeah, NewMusicalTheater.com was Brian Loudermilk and Kate Kerrigan, who are composers in their own right, sort of saw this opportunity. They had all these composer friends, and everyone was writing these songs, and people were really interested in them, but it was really hard for them to publish them. So they created a website called NewMusicalTheater.com, and sort of gathered all of these up-and-coming composers and had them write out the sheet music and then posted them online for people to buy. And it's been, as far as I know, it's been very, very successful.
NewMusicalTheater.com?
NewMusicalTheater.com.
Awesome. It sounds like you're a real proponent for new artists, David, like we are on La La Land.
Yeah, I'm very much, you know, especially, you know, it's also partially my age, because I am still a new artist.
Sure.
But no, I think that it's so valuable to, you know, I have a theater company called Good Company that actually is the producing organization for Dick Punch. That, you know, we're still trying to find our footing, but you know, it's dedicated to telling stories by young and emerging artists You know, and it's sort of both theater and new media, and we're just sort of exploring where new artists can find their voice and sort of get an audience at the same time.
It's a tough time, and I think the more support we have for that kind of thing, the better. You know, it's really, we've all become so desensitized.
Absolutely.
That it's, you know, it's really important for us to ask, why are we saying what we're saying, and what do we need to say?
Exactly. Yeah, totally. And it's, you know, it's also an exciting time. You know, the internet is a really, you know, for all artists, and not just, you know, I mean, for theater artists, for anybody, it's like, it's a whole nother level to getting your work out there. And, you know, and Webster's, you can often feel like a very small fish in a very big ocean. But at the end of the day, like, you're getting work out there. And I think that's what most, and you can do that cheaply as a young artist. Like, you can do it cheaply. And even in New York, there's still ways to put on a show for not too much money.
There's so many
but,
new
you know,
ways.
that sort of is what stands in the way for a lot of young, really talented artists is getting the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the tools. Use social media, Facebook, Twitter, your iPhone.
And the good company.
And the good company.
Yeah.
And David Ritora, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, no, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
It's been great virtually meeting you.
Yes, likewise.
And hopefully we'll be able to actually meet at some point.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, come back and join us anytime, David.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Find out any information about David at davidritora.com, DavidRuttura.com. We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Daisy on CRN Digital Talk.